mission, that cause of saving lives. We have teams operating in Turkey. This is covered by our Europe office. Turkey operation. Turkey is a solid nation, very organized, very capable, no issues of fuel shortages, unlike Syria. So we're talking about a tale of two different countries here, where the scale, although of the destruction is bigger in Turkey, it's a much more organized response. In Syria, pre-earthquake, and we're talking about two massive earthquakes that hit us yesterday. In Beirut, I'm 400 kilometers away from the epicenters, and I was shaken out of bed. And we have been working since.
Let's take a look at these. These pictures were filmed just a short while ago by a drone in Hatay province, that's in Turkey, along the Mediterranean coastline, which borders Syria. It's around 100 kilometres from the epicentre of Monday's 7.8 magnitude tremor, and there have been several tremors with a magnitude of between 4.2 and 4.8 in that area since then. Now, you can pretty much see how every single building, nearly every building, has been damaged in some way. Many have completely collapsed, some with the floors coming down vertically, others simply left as piles of rubble. You can also see many of these buildings which are still standing and leaning in a very precarious manner, if you like, and could yet fall. Well, officials say that severe weather conditions are making it very hard to bring aid to this region and are also hampering rescues. And only rescue and aid vehicles are now being allowed to enter or leave Hatay province.
Out there, and I had time to move the kids, grab flashlights and bags and everything. It was long and very scary.
Tell me about what's happened in the time since, because I believe that you've been arranging to supply food to people in Antakya.
Yes, I am the president of a graduate group. A Tarsus American high school graduates, and we have gathered together, raised some funds, and I am trying to buy supplies for a field restaurant, a field kitchen out there, because apparently all the suppliers are down too in Antakya. Antakya is a very old town with 1.7 million people, and apparently 70% of the town has been destroyed. All the shops, all the wholesalers are closed at the moment, and these field kitchens are having troubles finding supplies. So I'm trying to load a lorry and send stuff out there. Everyone is pitching in. Everyone is trying to do their best.
How difficult has it been? I mean, I know that some of the areas that you're describing, especially the areas that we don't really see on the news, the kind of the less urban areas, more rural areas, those have been very badly impacted by the two earthquakes, and yet it's difficult, isn't it, to get aid to those areas as quickly as one would like.
Well, the roads have been destroyed. Main roads are destroyed. All the normal roads and the by roads and the side roads, they're working, but the weather has been bad. We've had snowstorms and we've had torrential rains. So all the lesser quality roads are working, but they're very slow. From here to Antakya from the highway would have taken us 3.5 hours. At the moment, I hear it takes about 8 hours to get supplies out there.
And you know, I know that Bedia, you've been helping, obviously yourself. But what has the government response been like?
Everybody is pitching in. Everybody is doing their best. During the 1999 earthquakes, we had the soldiers on the ground. They used to help with everything they had. Apparently, they haven't been deployed yet. We're expecting the soldiers to come in, because once they do, I mean, they are the widest network a country has. So when they start pitching in, everything will change. But at the moment, the civilian response has been amazing. The devastation is unbelievable. There is no description to it, but everybody is doing their best and they're pitching in. Civilian response has made an effort. It has made a difference, but it's not enough, not yet. The first 48 hours are crucial to get live people out. After that, it's just recovery. I hope we'll be able to do more in the next 24 hours or so, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying my best. Everybody I know is trying their best, but this is just too big for human beings.
Yes, and we are seeing now, as you're talking, Bedia, pictures of some of the buildings that have just been flattened like pancakes, absolutely devastated. And the cold and rainy weather must also be having a detrimental impact on efforts to try to rescue people in those situations.
Obviously. Also, I want to describe something else. Imagine yourself as a father or a mother with your whole building collapsed and your children inside. We are trying to get soup kitchens out there to feed people, but these people won't leave their buildings to go and get a cup of soup somewhere. We need helpers on the ground to distribute the food. We need helpers on the ground to distribute the blankets. Cold weather, the weather isn't too bad. It's around 10 degrees Celsius today, but at night it goes down to -5 degrees Celsius. These people are wet, they are hungry, and they're trying to save their loved ones. It's just mind-boggling how hard it is. And we just need more hands on the ground.
What's your message to the international community today?
Please be patient. I know search and recovery teams are arriving at airports and they're having trouble finding transport. They're having trouble finding translators, but please, please bear with us. We are trying to get everything under control. I don't know if Turkey has ever been hit this hard. The size of the land that has been hit is just incredible. The whole country has joined in, but we need time and we don't have that time. So we need everyone to be patient. We need everyone to help as much as they can and bear with us. We'll get there. This country has seen worse. We'll get there. Just please, please come in with more help. Not just the first 48 hours, but 72 next week, in 10 days' time, when we're going to need tents, when we're going to need makeshift homes for all these people. We're talking about 9 million people, 4 or 5 different cities who've been hit. All these people are homeless at the moment. I mean, they don't have anywhere to go. We're going to need thousands of tents to build for these people. And it's blisteringly cold winter conditions in some of those cities.
OK, well, Bedia Gulshum, it's really been so good to talk to you, and I thank you for taking the time to speak to us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope the world hears us.